Amygdalatropolis, a book that disturbed me and that I hated so much I read it twice. My name's Alan. Welcome to my channel. This is a book that I was kind of hesitant to review, but like I said, I read it twice and I've been thinking about it for at least a week, maybe two. I've already read this with MJ. She mentioned it in a TBR type video or in some regard, and my commitment in 2025 is to read more new releases, more new to me books, and this is a 2017 book, and I haven't read a new horror book in a long time, except for Holly, Stephen King, that whole series we read, and I really enjoyed it. But I wanted to just stretch my imagination, whatnot. And this book, I've talked about it in other videos and on the live show. Kind of compare it to this poetry book called Transcript by Heinrich Bacher. And this was a gift from Roz Scaladanley about the books. It's called Concrete Poetry, disturbing document, I'm just reading off the back. Using the techniques of concrete and visual poetry, they used Nazi writing, real, original lists. There's all kinds of styles and things in this book. And I mention it because it's horrific, like this book is, but because it's like written in this style type, you see, to simulate being online. This is a book about the dark web. Now there's a narrative in between it, and there's kind of like three different types of things. The narrator doesn't have a name. No one really does in here. It's just 1404ER, and that's also the name of this chat. When the internet started, I remember, chat lines and chat groups and all that, but I haven't been in a chat group in a long time. The closest I've ever been, tell me if I'm wrong, the closest I've ever been to the dark web is maybe Reddit. And that is, I'm not trying to make a joke. I've never been on Twitter. Don't care. I don't even have an Instagram account. I've got too many hobbies as it is. But back to the book. It is horrific in many ways. Let me count them. One, it's just like the visual things, the snuff films. He searches out, get kind of worse and worse and worse. Block your ears. Spoiler alert, if you're sensitive. The worst one for me was a film of these young kids killing old men with hammers. Just a lot of things. The narrator has not been out of his room that he took over from his parents. Still lives with his parents. Took it over 5 years ago, so he has a bathroom. His mother delivers his food to his door. Hasn't seen him in like 4 or 5 years. He's got an incest fantasy going on with his mother. It's part of one of the narrative styles. But the more you think about it, he hasn't had any contact with a live human being in 5 years. And the people he interacts with and sees on screen are kind of just avatars, pixels. Wow, and then it's like he's searching out for more and more, just bizarre things with Uh, a lot of sexual things, uh, animal abuse, you know, many horrible, horrific things. Another book I'm reminded of that really uh, disgusted me, yet I read it only once. This one was Cormac McCarthy's second novel called Child of God. That one's about uh, a necrophiliac killer. His girlfriend keeps her up in the attic, and I've even forgotten the plot line of it. Now, the title alone should tell me, am I thinking of this book? The guy's got that's a real addiction. I mean, uh, I've heard of people locking themselves in a hotel room for a weekend, and drinking themselves to high heaven, but I've never heard it's just incredible. And what it must have done to his brain. Now, the more you think about it, the more well, wait, I think I just heard my stomach flip. Do I recommend the book? If you're into experimental fiction, I won't call it extreme horror. I've had discussions with Greg and other bibliophile reads, and with Bad as Red, about this. No, it can't be described as extreme horror. I don't think I like extreme horror. I don't like movies like Saw. I've never seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Maybe I should, just to check out the technique they used. Read it. It's a thin read. You can read it in a weekend easily. But let me know what you think about the horror genre, and where it's going. Is this well, the dark web is happening currently, but you'd be blind not to realize that. Where are we headed with the literature, though? Let me know. You tell me, and then we'll both know. All right. Talk to you later.